Hi, this is Rusty Vanneman, Chief Investment Officer at CLS Investments, and with me is Paula Week for this month's monthly market review from CLS Investments. Welcome, Paula.
Thanks, Rusty.
Well, you're the interviewer.
Yes,
Take it away.
Yes. So,
what do you want to talk about?
well, the markets did well last month.
Another great month. What a incredible bull market we're still in, and finished strong last year and early this year. Last month was a great month. All asset classes, major asset classes were up. We're having a great year, and globally diversified portfolios like CLS, we're doing well as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. There were really three big events this last month. There was the State of the Union address. There was the Berkshire Hathaway letter that went out, and then also, of course, our own President's Council that we had.
The biggest
out in
event of the
California.
three. That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
What did you think of it this year?
I thought it was great. Overall, it was really fascinating to see the interest in some of the newer strategies, such as income strategies, tax management, protection. Thought that was great. I think that there was some concern about some advisors, talking with their clients about using appropriate benchmarks. Mm-hmm. That conversation came up a couple of times, and you mentioned that in your monthly market review as well.
I did talk about that.
So
I did talk about that.
So that was great.
Right.
But
you know how I love the Dow Jones Industrials.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a benchmark I don't think people should be looking at. Look at the commentary for why. But
not representative of the market.
Right.
So, and then, of course, advisors were fairly optimistic, but they were a little bit, concerned about whether or not they should pull back on risk because of market highs. However, even the State of the Union address, after President Trump spoke, the markets rallied the next day.
That's a good point. I actually think you're right. The room was definitely optimistic. Mm-hmm. I think there was some caution. I think on the edges, there were some people who were like, we're off to the races, and some were thinking like, the world's going to go to heck pretty soon.
Right.
The State of the Union was part of it because that was right afterwards. And I think the State of the Union was a positive in the sense that it wasn't so much about explicit policy proposals. It was more about kind of the mood and the tone of what President Trump said. He seemed scripted, disciplined, mm-hmm. did not seem combative. And I think, he has a pretty good track record of getting stuff done. And I think probably the market thought that if he's less combative, he'll have a pretty good track record of getting stuff done as an elected official as well. So not a lot of details, but definitely a lot more optimism that kind of came out of that. Ties us into the Berkshire Hathaway newsletter. I think that a lot of people also talked about how optimistic Warren Buffett was. And I think
mm-hmm.
that was a newsletter that everybody, of course, at CLS reads on the investment team, is that I actually think kind of the twist to it all was basically his message was to investors, a bear market is coming. Right. He didn't say when, he just said it's coming. But when it comes, just be ready for it. Obviously, emotionally, psychologically, you need to be ready for it. But just also remember, bear markets mean opportunities, and things are on sale. He had a great saying in there. It was about fear. As an investor, widespread fear is your friend because there's opportunity, but personal fear is your enemy. So you don't get scared out of the market. So, again, it was a great read as usual. Yeah.
Always take that advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on this month for the monthly market review.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. And thank you for your time and your trust in CLS Investments. Thank you.